Hello and welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. I'm here to do the December 2020 general love reading for Leo. So this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus, or you might be connecting with a Leo. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And if you're returning, thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, you're very welcome. So for December, let's get into it, Leo. I'm going to ask for some general messages first, what you're kind of dealing with in love at this time, and then we'll go into the main spread. Kind of changed it up this month. Got some extra decks and try and get kind of more information for you. So let me know in the comments what you think. Always love to hear from you. So first of all, let's get some messages, please, for Leo in love in December 2020. What will Leo be dealing with? Some general messages for Leo, please. Okay. A couple more, please, for Leo. All right. And one more, please, for Leo. Leo in love in December 2020. One more. One more for Leo. Oh, all right, or two more, that's fine. All right, see what we've got. Gosh, it's just interesting how we have such a dark blue color palette here. So a very kind of moody, emotional time possibly for you, Leo. So the first card that came out, and I have to say, even when I was preparing the decks, I always do like a good 15 minutes of shuffling to get your energy into the cards before I start recording. The Two of Swords dropped out twice, so here it is again. And so I feel that this is definitely to do with some sort of decision that you may need to make, Leo, or that you are trying to perhaps avoid making, or that is going to be quite a difficult decision to make. Something that you may have been, I mean, this is a card of kind of being in denial sometimes, or trying to avoid looking at something. So we have that. Next, we have the Eight of Cups, which is about deciding to walk away from a situation which has left you kind of emotionally unfulfilled in some way or another. There may have been an imbalance in the kind of emotional investment of two parties, or just something that is not making you happy anymore. They do walk away with a heavy heart, I have to say, with the Eight of Cups, so it's not an easy decision. The Hanged Man. Okay, so we have an energy here of, again, kind of like a stalemate, what I'm seeing with these cards, kind of being in limbo, not really addressing a situation, or haven't been perhaps for a while. Something that's been kind of unfinished. There hasn't been a closure, there's just been a pause. Yeah. And with the Star, now, although that seems like quite difficult energy, with the Star, this is hopeful, wishing that things will get better, hoping that there will be some sort of light through the darkness. And so it's needing to remain positive, and for wish fulfillment can still be possible. It's very interesting, Leo. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands. So this is feeling guarded, but also can be a case of like pushing others away. Or someone may have been doing this to you. So kind of not letting you get close to them, kind of get more of like an emotional connection with them, kind of keeping you at arm's length. Wow. So behind that is the Eight of Swords. So this is a lot of anxious thought, mental torment, but self-imposed, and also feeling like you're trapped and stuck and there's no way forward. And there's a very stuck energy I think you've been dealing with here, Leo. So let me see. Could be regarding, we've got the King of Pentacles here, could have been to do with an earth sign, so Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo. Not necessarily, but this is someone very loyal, reliable and abundant, but also very stoic, I want to say, quite traditional, and not exactly, bursting with emotion as much as I love the King of Pentacles. He's not the most emotive guy. So you may have been not communicating, or someone may have not been communicating, but rather watching the other from afar, trying to find out information, basically kind of spying, but kind of just trying to take in information in a new way, researching, trying to find the answers. Okay, so we've got the Four of Wands here. Now this is talking about marriage, committed relationship, celebrating the good times in a relationship, together in union. And we have the Queen of Swords. So this is a very, oh, it's a very harsh energy. It's talking about someone, like a character here, who's been wronged. She has found out some sort of truth, and now she, you know, is feeling very betrayed, and also she has some harsh words to say. So interesting. I mean, you may have been dealing with someone who you just found out that they're actually married or they're in a commitment, and now you're feeling very, you know, very defensive towards them, but also you're not sure if you should still walk away from them. Let's see. They may have been hiding the fact that they were in a commitment from you. I'm just getting with this Nine of Wands, like this house and home that she's being kept away from. Let's see, I'm going to go and get some extra messages for you now to kind of clarify what we have here with another deck. So we can get some clarification, please, for Leo. Please clarify what is laid out. Okay. Anything else, please? Yeah, a couple more cards here for Leo to clarify what's laid out, please. What is going on for Leo? Get some more clarification. Thank you. Okay. Anything else for Leo, please? What is going on for Leo? Leo in love. Anything else? Okay. Just to check, is there anything else you want to say? Oh. All right. So, oh Lord. Okay. So, I do see this similar kind of story playing out that I was already kind of picking up on. So we have the King of Cups here. I'm just going to say the Lovers, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands again. So, and at the bottom of this deck, we have the Seven of Swords. So now I'm seeing quite a few people involved, as we already have the Queen of Swords at the bottom, the King of Pentacles, so with the Queen here, and the Lovers. It can be, I mean, this is a beautiful romantic energy, and it's a strong love connection, but the traditional Rider-Waite lovers can also talk about a decision between lovers needing to be made. So let's see, I mean, we've got this water energy, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and again, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo with these characters. Now, it doesn't have to be those specific signs you're dealing with, but there's certainly kind of a romantic, masculine energy here. Very charming and charismatic and romantic, as I said. The Queen of Pentacles is a beautiful, nurturing energy, keeps a lovely home, is that kind of wife material kind of character, very kind and caring. Now with the Four of Wands, again, talking about house, home, relationships, marriage. And then with Seven of Swords, we have deception and lies, some sneaky behavior going on. So I feel like, to be honest, there's been too many players in the mix. However it is, whether you're in a connection and you're considering whether to walk away from that to go towards somebody new, or you've just found out that the person you were kind of connecting with is in a connection, in a commitment themselves. Let's see. So I'm going to keep these to the side. I'll just bear them in mind whilst I'm doing your reading. And then let's go into your spread, Leo, and see what's going on. So bear in mind, this is a general love reading. It's not going to resonate for every Leo out there. Obviously, I hope that it resonates for you and you find it helpful in some way. But if it's not your story, then please do check out your other placements, so Sun, Moon, or Rising, or Venus. You might want to watch those other videos anyway, just to get some more information. So with that being said, let's go into it. So if we can get the top 10 cards for the spread for Leo, please. King of Wands flipping there. So the top 10 cards, please, for Leo. The spread for Leo, please. Good grief, your cards are all over the place, Leo. Okay. All right. Okay. How do you feel about your person, Leo? The King of Pentacles. How do they feel about you? The Five of Pentacles. I should say as well, this spread is for the person you're kind of here for. That's now, if there's a couple of people in the mix, it's going to be probably the main person that's going to come through in the reading, but we'll see. So obviously it's for that one specific relationship I'm going to be asking questions about, but a lot of times a lot of information comes through. So how they feel about you is the Five of Pentacles. How they see you, the High Priestess, keeping very quiet at the moment. What happened in the past between the two of you, the Four of Pentacles. What is the current mutual energy? Oof, the Five of Swords, ouch. What are the intentions of this person towards you at this time, Leo? The Hanged Man again. What is it about their current situation you need to know? The Fool. What action are they most likely going to take towards you next? The Six of Swords. What's your advice regarding this personal situation? Four of Swords. Maybe you're doing the right thing by not saying anything. What's going to be happening between the two of you this month? The Lovers again. Okay, interesting. At the bottom of this deck, we have Death. So, card of Scorpio. It is a card of transformation, huge change, and also, obviously, endings. And it is, you know, it's like that gateway. It's an ending that then a new chapter begins, for sure. But it's a transformative ending. This particular Death card for me as well can be about finding something out that causes an ending, something that's been hidden. Let's see. So behind that we have the Two of Wands, again needing to make a decision, being pulled in two different directions and at a crossroads of some sort. And no wonder, because there's clearly some new opportunity here with the Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles. So something is being offered, there's an opportunity for a new beginning. And look at that, it's kind of like just the person being pulled in two different directions at this crossroads in their life. Do I take this new beginning that will involve a big ending in another scenario, and really being pulled in two different directions? As I said, we've got the Hierophant at the bottom, card of Taurus, and this is about establishments, like the establishment of marriage, of the church, of, you know, higher levels of commitment, higher levels of learning and faith, things that are sacred. So it could be involving a marriage here, or just like a long-term commitment. So we have the Queen of Wands, so that's your energy, Leo. Very fiery, passionate character, kind of impulsive, ruled by her passions, both, and that can go both ways, you know, very loving and very, like, you know, explosive. She's quite a firecracker, but definitely goes after what she wants impulsively, I would say. And there it is again, Two of Swords, needing to make a big decision here, and I feel like it's to do with a new beginning, but that would mean a big ending as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get your next spread straight away. Your next layer, sorry. So please can we clarify for Leo with the top 10 cards? Please clarify what's already laid out for Leo in love in December 2020 with the top 10 cards, please. Okay. How do you feel about your person? Okay. 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 Wow. Yeah. Okay, so bottom of this deck we have the Sun. So can be Leo energy for sure, but it's but it's also about victory and success coming through some sort of battle, kind of like a warrior here depicted on the Sun card. But it's a very positive and beautiful energy of success and happiness. So let's see. All right, so we have the Ace of Swords directly behind that. So this is some sort of truth that has been illuminated or spoken, and it is ushering in a new beginning of some sort. It is, you know, once we know this truth, everything has changed, and go forward in a completely new, a new stage, a very truthful new stage. Okay, and behind that we have the World, which is a card of culmination, and it's the World here is talking about everything in perfect balance and everything, you know, perfect harmony, which is very interesting. So, but it is a card of completion for sure. So let's see. All right, the bottom of the deck, we've got the Five of Pentacles. Oh, Lord. Ten of Swords. Okay, so this Five of Pentacles is talking about kind of desolation and loss and lack, you know, feeling like it's a really bad time here in the Five of Pentacles. It's depicting a family experiencing some sort of poverty now, and it going through a very hard time, and kind of in prayer that things will improve for them. Now, obviously it can speak to monetary lack, but it can also be just, you know, good fortune, or just really down and out in this card here. Now, the Ten of Swords is about, well, tens are always about completion of some sort of cycle, but this particular Ten of Swords is someone has been very hurt, very wounded, and it can obviously be ourself who is ignoring that we have been hurt. We have gone through a lot of betrayal, or, you know, not being defended, not being protected, and we're trying to avoid recognizing that this is the woman in, like, that's her reflection in the mirror and the reality, and she's doing everything she can not to look at it. But it can also obviously be about the hurt that we've inflicted on someone else, wanting to avoid looking at it as well. So I feel like here there is something that is coming to some sort of completion, which has been a very hard time that you've been going through. But it's been a sense of, like, again, that denial aspect I was talking about with the Two of Swords at the beginning, trying not to look at the fact that maybe something has, you know, there has been harm done, or, you know, emotional wounding, and it has, there has to be an end here, if we're honest with ourselves, but we shall see. Now, how you feel about your person. We have that King of Pentacles again, and then the Two of Pentacles. So I would say that you're feeling that this person is probably, the person here is, if you have been in a commitment, that they are reliable and, you know, someone you can depend on. They put down roots. They may have put down roots with you. Could be an earth sign, as I said already. But you feel like they are very loyal. They have maybe built a successful career or a beautiful home with you even. Now, with the Two of Pentacles, this is specifically about balance, this particular one. Equilibrium, keeping balance. So you could feel that they are a very balanced person, or perhaps that the two of you balance each other out very well. Maybe if they're more stoic, more earth, more grounded, and if you're more of like a stereotypical Leo, like fiery and passionate, then the two of you kind of balance in harmony well. But it could also be that they are very balanced in everything they do. Now, how they feel about you. We've got the Five of Pentacles again and the Empress. So they feel, I think, either left out in the cold by you, or vice versa. Obviously, reverse the roles as it fits for your story, that's fine. They may also feel like they've been trying to keep some sort of fire alive through a difficult time, or through being, if they feel a bit ignored, or if you're not speaking at the moment, then they are feeling kind of ignored and lonely, and they're trying to keep the hope alive. They feel that you are this kind of warrior who kind of leads by example. In life, I mean, kind of like very, very strong, very like someone who would, you're very nurturing and caring for those you love, but also you would defend them. You're very protective, and you are very pure. Like you don't hide anything. You're not deceptive. You're very honest. So perhaps if the deception that kind of picked up on the beginning that may have been discovered, it may have been that you discovered this about them, and they see that you are completely pure and have nothing to hide, if that makes sense. How they see you. So they see you being, I would say, probably silent, not really speaking to them at the moment, like listening to your intuition, being very withdrawn at the moment, holding back maybe communication from them, listening to your instinct and gut. They see that you are maybe working very hard yourself, or focused on your work with the Eight of Pentacles. They also, I mean, this is an interesting Eight of Pentacles. This is a sense of creation of abundance in partnership. So they may see that with you, they could be very successful. You could be someone that inspires them to greater success or greater abundance. You might even have worked together. I just got in the past, and maybe you've been able to create success together. But right now, I don't think you're speaking to them. Okay, and what happened in the past between the two of you? Leo, we have this Four of Pentacles and the Death card again. So there was some holding back. There was someone trying to protect, not protect, but they were kind of guarding their emotions, their assets. They were being very protective of themselves, maybe feeling a little bit vulnerable, but also just not sharing, not being very generous with themselves, really holding back. And with this Death card, now this may be something that you have already experienced then, but because it's in the past. There's this huge transformation. This is going through a gateway, kind of facing the fears of moving on from a situation and going into some sort of next stage, new dawn as a result. So what's happening here may have already played out, where you someone was holding back, and as a result you may have walked away from it. We'll see. The current mutual energy is definite communication issues. There may have been some harsh words spoken already, or this might be happening currently for you, where it's kind of like trying to win an argument at all cost and not really considering the other person's feelings, speaking very harshly, brutally, or definitely this is some fallout from this communication. And it's also, this judgment obviously can be about a decision being made. So maybe that you're already past, as I said, that Two of Swords energy of it was a decision that you didn't want to have to make, but you did. Let's see. But also judgment here is about it's kind of like that moment where everything that how you've behaved is actually put out to be judged, and what happens next is kind of a result of what you've already done. So you could be kind of passing judgment on someone else if you found out they're in a marriage or something like that, or vice versa, of course. But there's some sort of decisive moment where there is judgment being made, and maybe that's why you are really letting someone have it, potentially, with this Five of Swords. So what are the intentions of your person? I'm not loving this, I have to say, Leo. We've got the Hanged Man and the Devil. This is, to me, their intention is really to... It could be to do more thinking, for sure. If we're going to take a positive slant on the Hanged Man, it is obviously seeing things from a different perspective, taking the time out to go through some sort of awakening that is required, but it does involve, you know, not really communicating, but taking the time to re-evaluate, reassess, and before taking action. But what I don't like is how it's paired with this particular devil card, which, so again, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. This is the card of Capricorn, but for me, this devil is about being a slave to some sort of toxicity, some sort of bad situation they may be in, and kind of letting that win. It's not very good in terms of this being their intention. The intention, it seems to me, is just to remain in like a stuck position, remain a slave to their fears, or, you know, some sort of toxic behavior that they've already been doing. So let's see what you need to know about their current situation. We'll get some more clarification on that, because to be fair, it may be that they need to get, their intention is to take some time out to consider this toxicity, but we'll see. What you need to know about their current situation, more major arcana, we have the Fool and the Tower. So this is pretty big, what's happening right now for this person. Some sort of, again, established, how can I put this? Something traditional and something, you know, like that you think is always going to be there, or some establishment of family or home or etc., is currently kind of crumbling. Something that they couldn't imagine dealing with, like if it fell apart, like how would I even deal with this? But it is currently crumbling for this person. Now they are going to be able to pick themselves up with this particular Tower card. This person is not thriving, but they are adapting, and they will be able to have some sort of victory over what is falling apart, in terms of they will pick themselves back up, be stronger as a result of it, and work with what's happening and adapt and come out a fighter. And the Fool is taking a leap of faith, but it's also a whole new beginning. This particular card for me with the Fool is sacrifices are needed, so that there can be a new, going down a new path, a whole new beginning. But this is what this person is experiencing. So I feel like something for them is completely falling apart, but it is resulting in a brand new path, a new beginning for this person. Very, very major. The action they're most likely going to take towards you next. So I definitely see that they're moving on from something. Now they could be moving on from it and then towards you, for sure. But the action that they are, I mean, it's more about moving on to calmer waters. And with this Nine of Wands, it's being very guarded, this person is literally putting the wall up purposefully, knowing what they're doing, and it is to avoid, you know, it's because they sense some sort of war coming, some sort of conflict. So my gut is telling me here that this person may be putting a wall up between the two of you next, as a kind of strategic move. Maybe they sense some sort of conflict coming, or otherwise you're going to get wrapped up in the conflict that they're clearly experiencing, and they are focused on moving away from that drama to be able to move on to clearer waters. I feel like it's a case that this person kind of needs to get through this shit that they are clearly dealing with first. That's the action they're going to take next towards you. Your advice, Leo, as well, kind of reiterates this for me, that we've got this Four of Swords. As I said, this advice is very clear. This is not the time to be communicating, to say any more, because this is kind of depicting this beast that, if released, it would end up destroying the world. So it's just kind of held back, kind of constricted, and with this sword through the mouth to stop it from, I suppose, making any noise. But it's required, because otherwise it could lead to huge destruction. So I feel like the advice to me is very clear. You're doing the right thing if you're not communicating right now, if you're keeping quiet, and because I think if you said anything else right now, it's just the advice. You obviously take what you think is right to do, but I would say that if right now, it could just lead to something kind of more chaos, basically. And with this Nine of Pentacles, to me, this is focusing on your independent self, becoming very self-sufficient, independent, focusing on your success, your work possibly, and your home. So I definitely say the advice here is you're doing the right thing. If you're not communicating, kind of keep it that way for now and really focus on yourself. And what's going to be happening in between the two of you this December? So we have the Lovers, and then we've got the Five of Wands. So now, to me, we obviously talked about the Lovers a bit earlier because it was there already. But this is a strong love connection that you have with this person. It's kind of like a yin and yang, kind of you balance each other out, as I said earlier. I've just seen that again. Very beautiful, the connection. But there is some element of competition, of battle, of other people being involved, too many people in the mix. So it might not even necessarily be between the two of you that you're going to be having this any arguments or anything, but I feel like it's going to be more conflict arising by there being too many people involved. So let's get your final layer just for any further clarification for you, Leo. Can you clarify one more time, please, with the top 10 cards? That Two of Swords actually could have been about this person that you were dealing with didn't want to make a decision maybe between you and their committed partner. Just popped into my head, so I have to say it. Alright, let us see. Because with their intention being that Hanged Man, kind of stalemate, kind of denial, kind of situation. Anyway, I'll stop rabbiting. Let's get another layer, please, for Leo. Please clarify what's already laid out with the top 10 cards. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wow. Oh, yeah. Okay. Amazing. Yep. Amazing. Okay, very good. This is making sense of what I was saying so far. I always like to see that. Okay, so the bottom of this deck we have the King of Wands. So this is your energy, Leo, but it's fire energy, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is someone going after what they want. It is very action orientated, and also I was just saying this in someone else's reading. This King of Wands is someone who's not really comfortable being restricted to kind of traditional relationships and that kind of thing. So, I mean, I'm not saying this person is a commitment phobe at all, but it's just someone who wants to break free from restrictive, established traditions, if you like. Very independent and kind of an entrepreneur, kind of going after what they want, a very passionate character. Oh, yep, and behind that we have the Fool. And I feel like this is talking about the person you're dealing with, going after what they want, taking a leap of faith, brand new beginning, and there we go, which will allow them to make an offer, to actually start something, maybe on firmer ground than they were before. And yeah, let's see. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Two of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. So this is, I feel like someone was weighing up and down pros and cons of making some sort of decision, potentially also juggling two people, and looking out to the future, seeing what do they want to see there, who do they see in their future, and then this very decisive, if I could speak, Ace of Wands, a passionate new beginning. This King of Wands as well, it's his wand basically. I don't want to be say too much about that, but anyway, it is a passionate new beginning for the future. So how do you feel about your person, Leo? Yeah, so I definitely feel like you feel like this person does represent wish fulfillment for you. It's who you have been wishing for. You feel like they make you extremely happy, and they are who you want. And as I said, that I get this sense that you feel like they balance you out perfectly, and that there could be great happiness there. Definitely who you've been wishing for. Now, how they feel about you. We have the Six of Swords. So I feel that they feel extremely positive about you with this Empress here. They do perhaps feel that you've left them out in the cold after finding something out, but that you are stunning, amazing, like passionate, courageous, strong, and loving. And they feel like potentially maybe you're moving away from them, which could be an impetus for them to actually make that decision, which they've been trying not to, or that they feel that they want to move away from the drama and move towards you. Either way, or a bit of both. How they see you. Yeah, they see that you're not talking to them at the moment. Maybe they see you as quite mysterious. Maybe they feel like they don't know what you're thinking at the moment, if there's been some sort of ending of communication or some big argument. But they see you as this Two of Cups, which is essentially that soulmate, meeting of the minds, being on the same page, like a perfect match. And I was getting that here as well. I think they see you as someone they could have great success with, and they could create abundance and, you know, beauty with. So yeah, so amazing. They see you as that. They see you as their true love. What happened in the past? Ten of Swords, clarifying. So yeah, I'm getting the sense that this or ending seems to have already happened with this person. This is a huge ending. It's feeling very betrayed, and here it could have been more a sense of feeling vulnerable or hurt. There being this huge ending, and as a result, you know, transformation of a situation and moving on. Now, the current mutual energy is clarified by the Four of Wands. So this is Judgment Day, I feel like, regarding a established commitment. Perhaps there are verbal arguments, or definitely, if not, issues with communication. Maybe, as I said, someone has said what they needed to say. It was pretty brutal and it really hurt the other person, but it was maybe even they felt it was necessary. Or this could be arguments happening between your person and their partner, or I don't know. But it's some sort of something maybe has even been said, which has made the other person, as I was saying already, like, now I actually need to make a decision. This cannot go on. I need to make decisive action here. And it's to do with this home, with this commitment. Now, their intentions towards you, clarified by the Ace of Cups. So actually, this is more the kind of the other thing I was saying about this first combination, that their intention perhaps is to take a pause from you, I have to say, whilst they're dealing with maybe some chaos, maybe some fiery fallout with their partner, maybe even dealing with and addressing the toxicity in their life, or what they've allowed to kind of rule over them, maybe for a while. But their intention is to take a pause with you whilst they're dealing with this chaos, so that then once this is dealt with, there can be a new beginning in love, a true new beginning, and very like pure and unspoilt by kind of toxic behavior. And yeah, their current situation, clarified by the Ace of Swords, it is a moment of clarity this person is gaining. It's the truth. As I said earlier, it was at the bottom of the other deck, or on the other deck. Once that truth is realized, you cannot go back. It ushers in a whole new beginning. And it may be that it's a truth this person is realizing about something that they thought was, you know, done deal, that they could never lose. And actually now they are kind of accepting the fact that it needs to end so they can have a new beginning. But it's definitely that they are experiencing a huge moment of clarity. The action they're most likely going to take towards you, I definitely feel like you probably still have a bit of time to wait, I'm going to say now, Leo, because the action they're most likely going to take towards you, I feel this is more like as I said, they're shoring up the defenses because they see the fallout that is probably about to come crashing down on them in their own life. About that, this is the same, the tower, their current situation. So I feel like this is the fallout that they're dealing with, of some sort of foundation that has come crumbling apart. So they're putting up their walls, possibly you may feel like against you, because they're aware that this is coming. And it's to avoid a disaster. I feel like this person doesn't want to get you wrapped up in the chaos that is about to ensue. So the action they're mostly going to take towards you next is basically, you may feel like they're putting their wall up, but it is to protect you, so that and they are able to move on from this drama into smoother waters. So your advice. Now, it's clarified by the Page of Cups. I would say you can expect this person to come towards you with an emotional offering of like a new beginning, a new emotional beginning, possibly even an apology, but they are clearly dealing with a lot of shit that they have to deal with first. So your advice, this offer is coming in, but right now you're not the one that needs to communicate. Obviously, I don't think you feel like you need to apologize for anything. You do you. Keep quiet if you like, keep to yourself, and keep focusing on your own work and your own home and your success. And then this someone will be reaching out, so you can kind of relax, rest easy on that, and just in the meantime focus on you. What's going to be happening, so it's clarified by the star, which we had at the beginning as well, so beautiful to see that. There is a lot of healing coming in. It is about needing to keep the faith here and needing to remain positive. It is wish fulfillment as well. So regardless of exactly, what element of the star is coming through here, it's very positive. So lovely to see that. It is lucky as well. So what I would say is there's definitely conflict happening, probably for your person, but there will be healing in this connection with this person, and there will kind of be what you've been wishing for, what you've been hoping for. It feels like it's coming. So that is pretty exciting, Leo. I really hope you enjoyed your reading. So that's what I've got for you for December 2020. Please hit like if you enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment if it resonated. Of course, I love reading those, and it would just be super helpful for me to know if I'm on the right track with my readings. And yeah, hit subscribe. I wanted to get these done nice and early this month so that I can come back and do 2021 yearly spreads for you later this month. So please do subscribe, and then you'll know when those are available. Otherwise, have an amazing December. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks, bye.